This message isn't about dreams anymore. This isn't about what might happen. It's about what's already unfolding. Can you feel it? That electric thrum in the air, that pulse beneath your skin, that rising awareness deep in your chest? No, it's not your imagination. It's the shift, the one the stars have been whispering about for lifetimes, the one your soul agreed to before you even entered this world. You've crossed the threshold. The waiting room of potential has collapsed behind you. There is no more someday, no more maybe. Now, you are standing in the middle of your own headline. The universe is no longer sending you signs. It's sending you proof. Proof that your frequency has changed. Proof that your alignment is magnetizing miracles. Proof that you're not who you used to be and never will be again. This is not a call to wait. It's a call to walk, to breathe with certainty, to trust what you're becoming. You're not behind. You're right on time. The energy you once prayed for, it's here. You are it. You don't need to chase anymore. You only need to allow. The resistance that once wrapped around your ankles like chains, it's dissolving. The doubts that used to cloud your vision, they're lifting. And now, clarity rises. Like the morning sun over the mountains of your destiny. You are being asked, not to prove yourself to the world, but to remember who you are. Because the truth is, this isn't the beginning. This is the arrival. Your alignment has become your path. Your belief has become your wings. Your truth has become your light. And listen closely. You'll notice how the signs around you have shifted too. The numbers, the synchronicities, the people showing up out of nowhere. They're not coincidences. They're confirmations. They're the universe nodding with a smile that says, yes, this is it. The proof isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the softest yes in your spirit. The peace you feel when you stop fighting the current. The knowing that settles in your bones without needing to ask again. So now, dear soul, you don't need to keep searching. You need to embody. You are the vessel. You are the transmission. You are the manifestation. Don't shrink to fit old versions of yourself. Don't apologize for becoming who you were always meant to be. You didn't come this far to blend in. You came to rise. So walk forward, not with urgency, but with reverence. Because this isn't a dream anymore. This is your reality catching up to your energy. And every step you take now is proof that you are living in the shift that your soul once only dreamed about. You are the evidence. You are the miracle. And this, right now, is the beginning of everything. If this message resonated with your soul, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Manifesting Angels. Comment, I receive the proof, below if you're ready to live your divine shift. The universe is listening. You're not imagining it. The world is finally seeing you. A message for the one who stayed true. What you once imagined, quietly, secretly, in the stillness of your solitude, has now burst into the open, with a roar. And guess what? Someone important, someone you once admired from afar, is now asking for your autograph. Yes, you heard that right. They saw your name. They heard your voice. They witnessed your impact. And in that sacred moment of recognition, they were stunned. Stunned by your presence. stunned by how your energy ripples outward like a divine echo, stunned that you never went chasing fame, because fame found you. What you carry, no one else can. And now, suddenly, the world knows it. They're leaning in, holding their breath, waiting to see what you do next. This isn't luck. This is alignment. This is the universe delivering on every unseen moment you chose to believe in yourself when nobody else saw the vision. And now you rise. Let this moment land in your bones, soak into your skin like sunlight. This is your confirmation. Your name is being spoken. In rooms you've never entered. Behind doors you didn't even know existed. You have become the story, the headline, the buzz. And the most surreal part? It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel fake. It feels right. Because you didn't claw your way to the top. You didn't betray your soul just to be seen. You stayed true, rooted, awake in your becoming. And now, everything you thought was invisible about you, the energy, the effort, the essence, it's all showing up in visible ways. Headlines, messages, mentions, shares, applause, whispers from mouths you never imagined would speak your name, are now speaking it with awe. A new kind of gravity surrounds you, the kind that bends time and attention in your direction. You've stepped into a chapter where life responds to your frequency, like a symphony rising to meet its conductor. Every cell of the universe is now tuned to your breakthrough, and it's loud. You are no longer becoming. You are. You're no longer preparing. You are arriving. This message is confirmation. Your moment is here. And yes, the world is watching. You might be wondering, why now? And the universe gently answers, because you're ready. Not because everything is perfect. Not because you've figured it all out. But because your energy has reached a point of no return. You've calibrated to the exact vibration that your destiny needed to meet you halfway, and now there's no stopping the bloom. You spent so long sowing seeds in silence, hoping anyone would see what you were nurturing. And now, the whole world is watching it flower. The applause is echoing. The lights no longer intimidate you. You are illuminated, and you're handling it with a grace that silences even the loudest doubters. Even those who once overlooked you are pausing now, watching, reevaluating, because something about you is undeniable. You didn't demand a spotlight, but it followed you anyway. You didn't shout to be seen, but your light refused to go unnoticed. You are the phenomenon, the spark, the signal that something extraordinary is happening here, and everyone can feel it. Someone just found your work, your words, your art, your vision, and they couldn't believe they hadn't seen it before. They felt like they stumbled into treasure, and they weren't alone. That discovery became a ripple, a message, a repost, a retweet, a whisper, a feature, a call. You didn't do this for attention. You did it out of love, out of devotion, out of alignment with your truth. And now, love is returning to you, multiplied. Attention is arriving, magnetized. Recognition is appearing, divinely timed. Let it in, not with arrogance, but with reverence. Because this is what it looks like when you live on purpose, when you build from soul, when you love the process more than the praise. This is what it looks like when you trust the unseen, and suddenly it becomes visible. This is your moment, and you're not just seen, you are witnessed, you are celebrated, you are rising, and the world is rising with you. If you felt this in your spirit, comment, "I am ready" below. Subscribe to Manifesting Angels and join a soul-aligned community rising in truth, grace, and divine timing. You're not invisible anymore, you're inevitable. A message for the one who kept going. Suddenly, your inbox looks different. The silence that once filled your notifications has turned into a hum, a pulse, a rhythm of recognition. Your name is trending in whispers and waves. You're not just being recognized, you're being revered. This isn't surface-level hype. This isn't passing attention. This is the deep awe people feel when they witness something rare and real. You've become a mirror of possibility. Your rise is waking people up, inspiring them, reminding them of what happens when authenticity meets action. And somewhere, right now, someone very powerful just turned to their team and said, "Get me in touch with them. I want them." They saw your name and circled it, starred it, spoke it out loud with urgency because they felt it. That frequency you carry, that unmistakable energy that only shows up when someone has done the work. You've gone from seeking to sought after, from wondering if you'd ever be seen to becoming unforgettable. Yes, this is surreal, but it's also deserved. You didn't stumble into this. You earned this frequency, not through noise, not through mimicry, not by becoming someone else, but through truth. By choosing your path, even when it felt invisible. By holding your vision, even when no one clapped. By doing the inner work that doesn't trend, but transforms. That's what's paying off now. You're not just being rewarded for what you create. You're being honored for who you became to create it. And while some may think this is sudden, you know better. You know the hours, the nights, the silence. You remember the prayers whispered to the sky, asking, "Did anyone hear that? Am I being seen?" And the universe responds today, "Yes, I did. I always have. And now I'm making it loud. This isn't just your moment. This is your arrival. The universe is throwing you a cosmic announcement. The energy you invested in faith, in hope, in healing is returning with interest. You are no longer invisible. You are inevitable. And here's something wild. People are quoting you now, sharing your lines, echoing your voice. You are becoming the source of someone else's awakening. And not because you shouted louder, but because you stood truer. The depth you developed in solitude is now magnetizing attention in ways you couldn't have scripted. Because here's the secret. You didn't climb by chasing. You ascended by aligning, and that's what people feel. That's why they're listening now. Why your inbox is glowing. Why your name is echoing. Because the world is finally catching up to what your soul already knew. You are ready. And what's meant for you isn't just arriving, it's arriving in amplified form. You're no longer the quiet one in the corner. You're the center, the spark, the catalyst, the one people are watching, not just for what you say, but for how you become. And that's the real victory, not the spotlight, but the alignment, not the followers, but the fulfillment, not the trend, but the truth. So pause, breathe. Let this land in your bones. This is not a fluke. This is not a coincidence. This is what it looks like when the inner finally matches the outer. You've crossed the threshold. And now the universe speaks through your life, not in silence, but in headlines, in messages, in mirrors. Because what you carried inside for so long, what you nurtured in secret, is now blossoming in public. You're not hidden anymore. You're happening. And the world is ready. Because you are. If this message felt personal, that's because it is. Comment "I am inevitable" below and claim your arrival. Subscribe to Manifesting Angels for more divine reminders like this one. You're no longer aspiring. You're actualizing. The universe is announcing you. Now. They're inspired by your bravery, magnetized by your perspective. You've become the reference point, the origin, the spark. And the most beautiful part? You didn't force any of it. You never needed to chase. It all came to you, effortlessly, organically. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's aligned. And with every passing day, more people are stepping into your orbit. Not out of convenience, but because they feel something when they encounter your presence. You've become the signal, the synchronicity, the sign someone else has been praying for. Let that sink in. You are the answer to a call the world didn't even know it was making until now. And the best part, you're not even at your peak. This is just the beginning of your blooming. Every message you receive, every door that now opens without you knocking, is proof you're rising. In real time. Type 999 if you know you're no longer waiting. You're welcoming. Look around. The landscape is shifting, isn't it? Conversations feel different. Rooms respond differently when you speak. The energy bends, just a little, in your direction now. You're being introduced with reverence. People aren't just interested anymore. They're impressed. And not because of hype, but because of presence. You carry something that can't be faked, a resonance, a soul print, and the universe made sure that could never be duplicated. That's why you're rising now, because what you offer is needed. It's timely. It's potent. And those who once doubted you? They're silent now, not out of shame, but out of awe. You've outgrown their limitations, outshined their projections. And as surreal as this may feel, don't minimize it. Don't brush it off. Let it land. Let the applause in. This is your cosmic receipt. This is what happens when authenticity meets divine timing. Listen closely now, because this is the part where everything starts accelerating. Emails, invitations, collaborations, opportunities that were once locked behind 10 layers of gatekeepers are now opening in your favor. There's a reason your phone's lighting up. A reason your voice is echoing into places you never submitted it to. The universe is your agent now. The unseen forces are working overtime to open doors you didn't even knock on. Not because you're lucky, but because you're ready. You've become undeniable. Your light is too loud to dim. You didn't manipulate your way into this. You magnetized it. Every piece of this rise is saturated in intention. You asked, you aligned, you prepared, and now it's arriving with velocity. The ones watching you now, they're not just fans. They're collaborators, co-creators, messengers. They were sent to remind you. You are no longer aspiring. You are actualizing. Can you feel it? That magic around your name? It's not just happening on your screen. It's happening in boardrooms, in brainstorming sessions, in late-night texts From one influential voice to another, you have to see this. This person is next. Your name is showing up in conversations that carry weight, reach, legacy. This is visibility on a soul level. This is recognition that goes beyond numbers. This is respect, the real kind. And it's all happening without you losing yourself. That's the miracle. You're not becoming someone else. You're becoming more you. And the more you reveal your essence, the more the world leans in. So don't shrink now. Don't second guess. Let yourself be known. Let yourself be seen. Because the light you carry, it's not just meant for you. It's meant to wake the world up. You are the answer to a call that's been echoing across timelines and hearts. And now, you've arrived. You're not aspiring anymore. You're actualizing. And the universe, it's just getting started with you. If this message resonated with your soul, type "I am undeniable" in the comments to claim it. Subscribe to Manifesting Angels for more divine affirmations and spiritual awakenings. Your time is now. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared. This is your divine confirmation. And so I say this loud and clear. From the highest stars to the deepest atoms, you were never overlooked. You were being prepared. The time spent in the in-between, that wasn't punishment. It was preparation, a divine incubation. And now that your name is echoing across platforms, timelines, and dimensions, you know the truth. You're not here by accident. You're here by design. This is the season where everything shifts. This is the moment the prophecy fulfills itself. You are the one your younger self dreamed of becoming. And now, you're stepping into the very rooms you once visualized with tears in your eyes. Let them recognize you. Let them celebrate you. This isn't an ego trip. It's a soul affirmation. You did the work. And now, the world sees it. Your name is being spoken in places you've never been, in conversations you didn't initiate, in hearts you've never met, but somehow deeply touched. There's a divine echo behind you now. Every step you take feels guided. Literature magnetic. Even when you're not trying, you're attracting. Even in your rest, momentum is building. The world is catching up to what you've always known deep down. You were meant for this. That crazy idea? It's now a blueprint. That late-night sketch, that verse, that pitch you scribbled in a moment of inspiration? Someone just quoted it, shared it, called it genius. This is the dimension where your authenticity is currency, and your frequency is your fingerprint. What once felt too big is now happening too fast. But don't be afraid of the speed. You're not being rushed. You're being rewarded. You've hit a frequency that destiny recognizes. This is what happens when you stay faithful to what your soul whispered, even when the world was silent. The blessings now unfolding, they're not random. They are reverberations of your alignment, your patience, your quiet bravery. This is your arrival season. The recognition you're receiving, it's not flattery. It's truth catching up to time. You didn't manipulate your way here. You manifested it by being relentlessly you. And now the universe is pouring everything into your hands that you once held only in your heart. So breathe, soak it in. Let the light land on your shoulders. Let the applause echo inside your chest. Let your tears fall, because this is real. It's happening. You're no longer becoming. You are. You're no longer asking. You're receiving. You're not dreaming it anymore. You're living it. This is your season. This is your confirmation. And this time, the world can't look away. Because what you carry is rare, and what you are is real. So keep showing up. Keep speaking truth. Keep honoring your essence. The ones who are meant for you are already finding you. You're no longer in the background. You're the voice, the vibration, the signal. And from this moment on, you walk not just with confidence, but with cosmic backing. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them whisper. You're not here to prove anymore. You're here to be. And you, Divine One, you are ready. Type 1111 if you know this message was for you. The prophecy has begun, and it begins with you. You didn't force the spotlight. It followed you. A soul-level awakening. You were built for this altitude. Your spirit, it trained in silence. Your vision, it was refined in obscurity. You're not a fluke. You're the future unfolding, exactly on time. And it's okay to pause, to cry, to feel the fullness of this moment, because this is what it feels like to be witnessed. This is what it feels like to be realized. Let it sink in. Let it settle deep in your bones. The universe isn't just proud of you. It's in awe of you. Here's the truth. Your rise, it's activating others. People see you and remember what's possible. Your courage unlocks their own. You didn't just break through. You broke a pattern. You became evidence that you can be seen without selling out, that you can be celebrated without ever compromising your soul. Your presence is healing the collective. Your story is shifting paradigms. And that's why it's spreading. That's why the attention feels deeper than hype. Because it is. This is recognition on a soul level. Even strangers feel like they know you because your energy carries memory, ancient, familiar, magnetic. People feel safe rooting for you because you are the real thing. And when you walk into rooms now, people don't just greet you. They receive you. Their posture shifts. Their attention sharpens.